Stroeve here with RealAgriculture.com, and I'm talking with Rick Taillieu, the Alberta Canola Producers Commission, about FarmTech, one of our favorite conferences of the year. So what's going to happen this year at FarmTech?
Well, FarmTech's back in Edmonton on January 27th to 29th, very similar to format to last year. Great lineup of keynote speakers and probably our strongest lineup of concurrent speakers we've had at the show so far.
So who can producers expect to see?
Well, we got a good lineup of keynote speakers. So Lutz Getty is coming in. He was the keynote speaker that got stranded in Chicago last year, so a lot of disappointed people will be happy that we have him back this year. We've also got Jason Dorsey, who's a generational speaker. He's going to talk about the differences in communications and working with different generations on the farm. And then we also have a fellow from Australia, Rob Napier, who's the Vice President of Farm Management International, that's going to talk about farm management and a little bit about farming in Australia. Our closing keynote speaker this year is Peter Mansbridge from CBC and the National, who's going to talk about being proud to be a Canadian. And then we're kind of excited, we got a different twist for the banquet this year. We got Colin Mockery coming, who's considered to be one of the best improv comedians in Canada, if not the world, so it should be a fun evening with him.
Okay, so what's changed this year? What's new this year as opposed to last year?
Well, we've kept the same format, but one of the things we've really worked at is we started realizing that a lot of our speakers, as great as the concurrent speakers were, they were people that you saw at a lot of other events in Alberta. So we've kind of ramped up the level of our concurrent speakers, making sure that the speakers that you see at FarmTech, you're not going to see anywhere else in Western Canada. So, for example, we've got Mark Levinson, who's an author who wrote a book about container shipping. He's one of our concurrent speakers that would normally be a keynote at many conferences. A fellow by the name of Jim Painter is a leading expert in human nutrition and sort of takes a different spin on healthy eating, in that he's going to tell people you can practically eat whatever you want. You just got to watch your portion size, which would make many of us very happy to know that bacon and gravy are still acceptable items.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the app. Last year was the first year you introduced the app. How did things go, and what's new for this year?
We're really happy with the uptake on the FarmTech app last year, so it'll be similar to last year with a few new features. One of the things we're adding this year is it's actually going to have a game feature on it, so delegates that come will be able to, whether it's at a gold sponsor booth or an annual general meeting or by doing a quiz, will be able to collect points as they go through the app, and then at the end we're going to take the top few point getters and put them in a draw for a fabulous FarmTech prize.
So it's not like FarmTech Angry Birds or anything like that?
No, it's active participation. So for example, if you stop by the RealAg booth on the right day, you might be able to scan a code and pick up some points. Or if you attend the ACPC annual general meeting or one of the other annual general meetings, there'll be points for doing things like that. So we think it'll be a little bit more fun. It's also going to allow delegates to take pictures at the show and upload them to the app to share with other people, which is kind of a unique sharing idea that we have incorporated this year.
Awesome. What are you most excited about this year?
I look forward to everything about FarmTech, and especially the people that come. It's 1,700 of our closest friends, so it's a good chance to get together in the middle of January and visit with not just the people from the Edmonton area or even in Alberta, but a lot of out-of-province visitors come back to the show every year, and it's always good to make those acquaintances. And I just enjoy seeing the energy that comes out of FarmTech. I think it leaves farmers and agronomists and everybody involved in the show feeling really invigorated and sort of psyched up for the coming crop year.
Yeah, it's a great conference. Lots of good feedback we have from farmers every single year. So I guess we'll see you there.
Looking forward to it.